Pet ownership can be a challenging journey, and while different pets can present different and unique challenges, it's virtually impossible to escape the negatives at times. With respect to cats, there is what I like to call a shopping list of problems, issues, basic complaints, and part of the journey as a cat owner is to recognize these issues and adopt worthy and long lasting solutions. In today's material, I will detail 10 common cat problems of a behavioral nature and give you some solutions that can not only help you in the here and now, but also moving forward. Stay tuned. Let's kick things off with scratching. And I'm not talking about basic grooming. I'm talking those times when your pet's claws run amok. And whether we're referencing basic sharpening of the claws, playtime, simple stretching, the seemingly constant usage of the claws can result in some less than stellar conditions with respect to your carpet and furniture. If guests enter your home and they're able to tell just by looking at household items that you own a cat, long before they physically see your cat, that is obviously a major issue. And while this can certainly garner a bit of a chuckle, it's certainly no laughing matter if you're in the midst of this issue. Some felines can turn an entire home into what amounts to a personal scratching post. When it comes to this common cat problem, my solution would involve actual scratching posts for your pet, perhaps 2 or 3 at various spots in your home, and also play toys that are designed for clawing and scratching. So much of feline behavior isn't about stopping the behavior cold turkey, but more so redirecting the behavior in an effort to suit the guidelines that you've established for your home. The next common problem involves meowing, and what could be classified, at least to the human ear, as unnecessary meowing. Your cat seems to be singing a song constantly. My first measure of advice would be to take stock of the big picture. Do these meows and cries, are they being met with other behaviors that are a bit odd? Lethargy, lack of appetite, perhaps? In this case, your cat's meows could be a red flag that something is wrong in the medical and health respect. However, if your cat is healthy, meows could be done out of needy attention, obsessive attention. The advice here would simply be to stand your ground. For as much as you love your cat, it's important to maintain your power. After all, your pet is living with you. You didn't move into your cat's house. If your cat realizes that you jump up as soon as they start meowing and give in to their desires for snack treats, let's say, as an example, your cat will use that meow in an act of manipulation moving forward. Ignore your cat's meowing when it comes to an obvious form of attempted manipulation. Feed your cat once they're calm. Over time, they'll understand that meowing for once just doesn't work. At the time of this video production, my most recent video here at Senior Cat Wellness, if memory is correct, well, it was all about separation anxiety. And that brings us to another cat problem. Your cat gets upset when you're gone and also has become your shadow as you move about your home. This is separation anxiety. My solution for this issue would be to, over time, engage in a bit of a trial by fire. Go away for minutes at a time each day, let that living room stay vacant, allow your cat to just take it all in. Perhaps leave some toys and familiar playtime items behind, but stay out of the room. It's all about confidence. As the days tick away, your cat's anxiety will lower. They'll become more stable without you around. Learn that nothing bad happens when you're gone, and they'll also take comfort in the fact that you always come back. In many ways, this is like taking your child to school on the very first day when they're just so little. You've got to leave the nest for a few hours, but the parents won't be around. When it comes to a natural solution for separation anxiety, it really doesn't get more effective than letting your cat step out on that stage, all alone. When you're making a list of common cat problems, well, you have to include litter box usage, or should I say improper usage. And this one, well, it could be many things. Your cat is not a fan of the litter, the smell, the texture, the litter box is too small, not wide enough, not deep enough. The actual placement of the box itself is a problem. Is it in a high traffic area? Some cats will simply not go when the world is watching, let's say. And what about messy usage? Is your cat just kicking litter all over the place? My solution would be to try unscented litter, a much larger box than is currently being used, and place that box in a quiet and low traffic area. As an owner, make sure the box stays clean. Remove waste once per day, if possible. And moving right along, another common problem is that angry cat, aggression, always at the forefront. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about the occasional hint of aggression in the aftermath of something jarring taking place. I'm not talking about what could be deemed as justified aggression as a random one-off. I'm talking about default personality of aggression. This is a massive issue, quite obviously, and this problem, if not handled, could uproot the entire foundation that you are attempting to establish. If things are totally out of hand and out of control, contact your vet and allow a professional in the field to examine your cat's behavior. Next up, what about those wild nights? I mentioned constant meowing a bit earlier, but what if your cat is just in your living room jumping Olympic hurdles while you're trying to sleep? If the nighttime is the right time for your pet and the absolute wrong time for you, this can and will begin to get on your very last nerve. If your cat loves to put on the night moves, my advice would involve preparation. Feed your cat a late dinner not long before you go to bed, and spend some time during each evening engaging with your pet both mentally and physically. The objective here is to obviously meet essential needs while also using those needs as a means to tire your cat. Over time, this can become a quality routine, and it will allow you to sleep primarily because your cat will be wanting to catch those Z's too after a night of fun and food. The next issue is what I'll call marking gone wild. If your cat is urinating on, well, things that should otherwise stay dry, like your sofa, this is obviously a major issue. If your pet has decided to claim your entire home as their territory and mark it so other animals will stay away, nope, this isn't good. My advice would be to meet the issue where it lives. Marking of this nature typically only occurs if your cat is not fixed. Take that step and then take stock of your cat's behavior moving forward. It could be possible for your cat to begin the habit of phantom spraying, which is obviously much better than the alternative of the real thing. Another common problem, and I think we're at number 8 on our list of 10, and that's rough play, not to be confused with an aggressive personality. Rough play occurs primarily when those lines between play and real aggression are blurred. Some cats can take things a bit too far, and once that adrenaline kicks in, there could be a real issue. Kittens and young adult cats, they have loads of energy to burn, and if you're not careful, your hands and arms could be on the receiving end of a play session gone south. My advice is to cater to your cat using plenty of designed cat toys. This will equal less time with your hands being used as the toys. And also, the second your cat gets a bit unruly, just stop. Perhaps just get up and leave. Over time, your cat will slowly realize that certain actions, they just don't pay. Another common issue, and I feel like this one can often fly under the radar, but it involves constant behaviors or compulsive behaviors. If your cat just continues to get on that bookshelf no matter what you do, no matter what positive redirection you apply, this is a problem. My solution for the time is simply to keep working at it. Continue to supply your cat with positive alternatives. And whatever your cat is doing, I use the bookshelf as an example. Whatever it is, attempt to redirect and potentially match it, but with an alternative that would better suit you. For the bookshelf example, a nice cat tree would be a great option. And finally, to put a nice bow on things, number 10 of our common cat problems listing is aggressive or obsessive grooming. Often due to intense stress and anxiety, some cats take grooming to a rather unhealthy level, even to the point of injury and skin damage, pulling out large chunks of fur. My solution for this problem would first involve attempting to get right to the heart of the matter. If something has changed in your cat's environment, and presumably that environment is also your environment, try to figure out what's changed. And keep in mind, a subtle change for your cat could be something major for them. It could be subtle to you, but big time for them. If you can identify the change, depending on what it is, do everything you can to make your cat comfortable and at ease. It's all about the threat of losing safety and security. Once that is restored and your cat is otherwise healthy, the aggressive grooming will likely stop. And that's a wrap. Any thoughts, any comments? How much of this is relatable with respect to your journey as a cat owner? If you have anything to add, please drop me a line in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd certainly love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.